What's up, Taiwan? I'm Ethan Liu with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Taiwan's economy has entered a technical recession, which means 2 successive quarters of negative growth. Preliminary data shows the economy contracted by just over 3% in the first quarter of the year. The weak results come as demand for Taiwan's exports remain depressed. Exports account for around 70% of Taiwan's GDP. The last time Taiwan's economy was in a technical recession was in late 2015, in the final months of the Ma Ying-jeou administration. Clam farmers in central Taiwan are suffering mounting losses as climate change is hurting harvests. Leslie Liao has more details.
Stacks of clamshells, just shells, no clams. In Dongsi Township in central Taiwan's Jiayi County, farmed clams have been dying off at an alarming rate. Unstable temperatures brought on by climate change are the culprit here, but clam farmers are the ones shelling out for the losses.
主要是气候变迁，然后造成整个蛤蜊的生长没有那么稳定，雨下的少，然后天气又热。所以现在就不会咋办啊？
It's normal for farmed clams to die off. It happens seasonally about 3 times a year. But recent extreme weather has the shellfish dying at twice the normal rate this year. And climate change isn't just impacting clam production. Oyster yields in the area have dropped significantly in recent years as well. Local agriculture officials say they're looking into what they can do.
组成了勘察小组，那我们去了东石布袋等渔温来做勘察，那也采集了那文蛤跟水体。
As officials work on the problem, the only thing clam farmers can do for now is report their losses and hope for government assistance. Isan Pan and Leslie Liao for TaiwanPlus.
A historic image of a black hole has been captured by a transnational group of astronomers. The breakthrough was made possible by a telescope built in collaboration with Taiwan-based experts at Academia Sinica. For more, Joyce Zhen spoke to the scientists.
What you're seeing now is the first ever image of a black hole and a jet flow, captured at the same time. It's been photographed from the Messier 87, or M87 galaxy, which is more than 50 million light-years away from Earth. Astronomers have known that black holes expel jets of energy for a while now, but have never managed to capture an image. According to Taipei-based Professor Asada Keiichi, one of the leaders in the discovery, this new photograph gives a key clue in figuring out how these jet flows happen.
That's what has been mystery for the 100 years. The core, which is like a most brightest component we saw, is like just one blob. But thanks to the Greenland telescope at ALMA, and it turns out it's become like a ring-like structure.
Learning about the structure of black holes provides a fuller image of the nuclei, the central engine of the entire galaxy. The jet flow captured in the historic image is about 6,000 light-years in length, which Asada says is tiny in the grand scheme of the galaxy. But the discovery is still an immense step forward for astronomers. The project has taken 7 years and an international team of experts, including Asada and his researchers at Taiwan's Academia Sinica. Out of the global network of telescopes used, Taiwan manned 2 of them, including the Greenland telescope, one of the 3 that ended up capturing the image.
That telescope was built by our institute and the U.S. Smithsonian Observatory. With this addition of the Greenland telescope into the global array, that makes the image more sharper than before.
And this is just the beginning.
This Nature paper, without any contribution from Taiwan, it cannot be happened. We already started new observations starting from this April, and now they are embarked. We are remotely operating the Greenland telescope from here.
The breakthrough is another milestone in the study of the universe, building on the work of scientific greats like Albert Einstein and Stephen Hawking. As astronomers worldwide dive deeper into the galaxy's core, experts like Asada and Huang are at the forefront of unlocking its secrets. James Lin and Joyce Zhen for TaiwanPlus.
For decades, Taiwan's strict hunting laws have put indigenous hunters at odds with the government. Rick Lauer reports on a new arrangement which hopes to empower indigenous communities and reduce conflict.
29-year-old Jun Mao is back on the hunt. It's been a while since he's felt free to do so without risking a clash with the law.
因为像小偷一样上山，然后 下山了，又像小偷一样回家，就是要注意警察，担心警察，这当然会有一些影响。但现在就是不用怕，就直接光明正大拿着枪上山，又拿着枪猎物回来。
Junmao is Daya, an indigenous group in eastern Taiwan. Hunters in his village are part of a pilot government project that lets indigenous communities, rather than the authorities, manage parts of the woodland, including implementing Taiwan's strict hunting laws. In 1989, Taiwan put in laws to prevent overhunting and protect the country's wildlife, legislating that hunters must use registered homemade weapons and notify authorities on what they plan to shoot. The law is unpopular with indigenous communities, who say their own customs and respect for nature prevent overhunting. 60% of Taiwan is covered in mountainous forest. Most of it is government land, and it's close to these areas that indigenous people live. Each year, there are hundreds of cases of indigenous hunters running foul of Taiwan law. Indigenous communities make up just 2.3% of the country's population and have faced years of discrimination. Taiwan's government says hunting laws fulfill its obligation to protect the environment, but indigenous communities maintain they have a constitutional right to practice their culture.
那你如果不让他们打猎的时候呢，这个东西就变成说，这种训练方式、这种训练的一个过程就会断掉了。那所以我们的男人可能就男孩子可能就无法从这边学到一些传统的一些习惯，一些技能。那所以虽然国家禁止，他还是要去打猎。所以呢，就会产生这样一个冲突。
And that's why Taiwan's Forestry Bureau is now trying to co-manage the forest with indigenous communities in a bid to bridge that divide while keeping the law.
黄鼠狼，然后山羌、山羊、跟雉鸡还有猴子。
Here, local hunters can themselves regulate the use of weapons and monitor wildlife levels.
透过猎人组织，跟作为政府跟个别的猎人，它变成是一个很重要的一个中介的这个组织。然后猎人组织呢，也可以知道说，政府是愿意相信他们，去支持他们。那这些个别的猎人，他们透过这样的方式，他们也会慢慢信赖政府。那进一步的，其实猎人本身就是一个很好的自然资源的管理者，因为他对于野外的生态很了解，那他也很了解动物的习性。
A minority in their own homeland, Taiwan's indigenous people have been struggling to protect their cultures and traditions. Now, communities like the Daya are showing how the original inhabitants of this land are best placed to tend to it. Leon Lien and Rick Lowett for TaiwanPlus.
A choreographer best known for dancing with robotic arms is blending traditional and modern art forms in his new work. Huang Yi's new piece is called Ink. It incorporates giant calligraphy projected on the backdrop. The characters were created by renowned calligrapher Dong Yangzi, who presents calligraphy in new forms to attract younger audiences. They appear on screen stroke by stroke, paired with electronic music. Huang says the juxtaposition between traditional visual art forms and modern sounds can spark a passionate response from viewers.
我们可以听到这些线条在空中画出的声音，然后又加上舞者的肢体去诠释，所以你就可以看到舞者的身体跟线条如何呼应，然后如何去扭出这一些很漂亮的线条，然后这些线条又再变成舞者。
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, we leave you with images of endangered tropical snails. They were being reintroduced to French Polynesia as part of the conservation program. I'm Ethan. Take care, and I see you next time.